Urban with Heat Wave and PD round things out with Kinetic Armor.
Man, I wanted to see something special. I don't know. Infused. They're going to be playing some more vanilla Black Ops 3. We're going to be seeing if that can be enough. It goes into Uplink now, and we are rocking out here in the forum, ready to rock and roll into potentially, I keep saying potentially, that's just the European in me having some form of faith, but I have to be honest, from what we've seen, and it is not from Infused, it's been from Faze Clan, who have done nothing but exceed expectations. They did not have a fantastic year here. I mean, if you could give us a quick history lesson, Faze's year has been pretty poor, man.
I mean, they've had high expectations all year. I mean, tremendous players for the best talents we have. They have just not put it together. I mean, not great performances on LAN. Pretty good in the online leagues, but really at LAN, it's underwhelming performances.
And it hasn't been this phase, right? You haven't seen this phase in a while. This 9-0, 11-0 now. We haven't seen that phase in a while.
No, we have not.
There's no doubt about it. So we'll see how it does go down. Breach Uplink is where Infused will be forced to try and find themselves just a scrap of dignity, because currently it has been taken away from them. 139 on the hard point, just the one on Search and Destroy. Will it end here, or will we get to see that fringe CTF? It remains elusive for Infused.
Yeah, so Marky B is going to go with a Shiva off the start. And really, at this moment, he's just trying to keep map control for his team. So he's going to go top broken, try and pick some players off at range, because if FaZe gets control of their base, you expect them to just rally up a ton of points.
Marky B looking for a second. Enable knows exactly where he is. Clayster will have made that call. Hanging out in broken, and indeed his aim does look a little broken. Can't seem to hit the shot. There it is. Zuma goes down, and a fresh magazine for the following exchanges. But drone control, that's very nice. I like that. That's Enable throwing out for a 15-second reset. They concede 2 losses, and immediately, well aware that the 2 players were going to be facing those extended time respawn times, going to get it onto the rooftops and keep things damage controlled.
Yeah. How did Attach just kill him? I was about to say Zero just in perfect position, and Attach just slides right out of bottom lab. Is able to take out Zero, and Marky B has played fantastic here at the start, giving his team so much map control. Speedy picks up 2. Now Marky moves up with the drone.
We know they're capable. Let's see if they can demonstrate it, and they're starting to win gunfights, an abundance of them. Look at that, a 2-point play out of the gate. Infused have managed to show up to start things off here, and that is certainly a breath of fresh air for every Infused fan out of there. And I mean, look at this. Look at the slaying. This is insane. 5 kills for PT, 4 for Zero. Marky B's on 4 as well. They are running away with it. And look at FaZe. They've struggled to get going. I mean, you basically see one player from Infused has the same amount of kills as the entirety of FaZe. And just as I say that, they laugh at me. And everyone goes ahead and fills up the kill feed. It's now the counterattack from the North American.
Yeah, it's going to be all on PD trying to stop this. He gets taken out. We'll go on board with Attach as he has the drone in hand. 2 lead blockers. Clayster picks up 2. Attach with a dunk. Marky B drops in the base as well. FaZe with complete map control.
That was insane. Just how quickly they turned that around. They went from having 4 kills collectively, and oh, did I just see a Ripper? It was a warning slash from Clayster, just letting him know what he has got. And I don't know if he's going to get close enough to actually use this anymore. Instead, the HVK will be doing most of the dirty work. But
he was a good 50 feet away from him. He had no chance of connecting with the Ripper.
It was like, I get a lunge, right?
Yeah,
get a lunge.
like lunging across the map, not exactly
from
how that works.
AC to broken, just charges with the blades out, Wolverine
Guys,
style.
I got the Ripper. It's like, oh, it didn't work. Oh, well,
He's
Clay
good.
barely gonna stay on the map. We've seen him fall off the map almost every night
I have
during the Pro Division,
zero doubt in my mind now that Clay is being spammed in the chat. Pulling a Clay is what falling off the map I think has been known as.
Yeah, so I mean, well, Twitch chat really, they just, whenever FaZe plays, they just gotta spam this forward 22. Clay did not have a great game in Orlando, but definitely making up for it here. See, Enable's gonna have to fall all the way back, play some base defense as they give up complete map control in the mid to Infused. And see, through Enable's POV, he's actually gonna tag the drone carrier with a nade, and he's going to drop it and then reset it. So the drone carrier is going to get that armor that you get with having the drone back, and it's going to be Enable knocking down some shots. Clay with an interception. Great base D from Enable and Clay.
Spectacular stuff. And now with just 2 minutes left of the first half here, Infused have managed. I feels like it does still feel like they are the ones that are playing damage control. Nice pass to Attach. What can we see from FaZe now? Zero is in the prime position to take this drone out of his hands, but it looks like Clayster has done the necessary deed. And Zuma's got another one. 3 bodies do hit the deck at exactly the same time. Perfect synchronicity coming in. And now they do choose to delay it. Look at that. I like that. Waiting for the control to come in, and it will be Zuma and Clay that do claim it. PT falls. And it's the same route. It always seems to be Clayster's responsibility to clear out mid, and usually passes it off. This time it looks like he's going to be doing the work himself. Looks like number 5 maybe on the cards. Could it be 6? It will. Spawns weren't ideal. Infused pushed up the map, and they get caught out.
Yeah, Infused has gone on the overextension. They just did not want any of the gunfights. So They try and go back towards mid-map, they get stopped, and then they try and keep going towards mid-map. They get stopped again. The third time they go on the overextension, they're able to win some and get mid-map back. But the drone gonna go over towards Faze. It's gonna be attached with drone in hand. I believe has Clayster in front of him. They're gonna try and make a score out of this.
And it's been a solid performance from Clayster throughout this entire tournament. Here again, he stands at the top of the scoreboard. You brought up the Twitch chat, doesn't let him forget that scoreline. But Infused are red, Envy are blue. I remember Clay's 422, but he's had a spectacular time here at COD XP.
You're reigning COD Champs MVP. I mean, he's just played tremendous last year with
poet.
Denial. This year, obviously bringing it with FaZe Clan, but I know him and Attach, just in the biggest moments and on this stage, they really turn up. I mean, just have tremendous teamwork, and it's really the backbone of this team, right? You need a really strong AR player, you have very good aggressive SMG, and they're two of the best.
23, and Clayster does. He guts 0 right in the hot box. Ripper finds its first frag over this series. 7-2 the score, and this is just looking like it's spiraling out of control. When you're starting to get killed by Rippers on one of the biggest games of your career,
demoralizing,
hell
right?
yeah it is.
I mean, that's something that you die to in public matches and whatnot. We don't usually see in competitive play. See another dunk go in for FaZe there in the final seconds as it's 9-2 going into the second half. But man, I mean, you get spawn camped, you're dying at guys with a Ripper, and you can't do anything. I mean, we'll take a look at the scoreboard. I mean, look, I mean, Urban with 4 kills, I mean, 4 and 13, that's not going to get it done.
It's just not going to be good enough. You're right. I mean, it does come down to slaying, and I think actually if you were to be genuinely critical of Infused, I think we've been very vague with our criticism. If you were going to get into the nitty-gritty, Urban has not had a great tournament. He's at COD XP. I think in the majority of maps that I have seen of him, I've had the opportunity to broadcast Infused a fair few times, or at least watch it, if not cast it. And I have seen Urban, more often than not, seems to struggle on some of the respawns.
Well, I would say, I mean, Zero's had his moments as well, but
yeah,
he's the guy that they've relied on all year long to be that superstar, to be that main slayer, and it's like, you can't fade away now. It's like they need you more than ever now. You need to show up.
If it's now or never, as cliched as the expression may be, this is your opportunity. It is the upper bracket. There is that safety net of the lowers, but every team's dream is to do so through the uppers. It makes life a whole lot easier. And look at that positioning. Zero, you need both, and he gets them. Catches the head of Clayster, and another headshot, this time from Urban. We said he was quiet, but that is a loud shout that he is not done yet. Now running the drone. He's got plenty of time. This is just the second half. And looks like Zero does not want to go down without a fight. Pulls out the lightning gun and does get a second as well, into the backside of Zuma. And Faze's positioning is not ideal. Where is Urban when you need him?
So look, this is something different than what Infused did. Infused went towards mid-map. Faze, they send one player all the way on the overextension and another player back towards their base to get that control. It's a really good setup from Faze here. They can pinch on mid-map.
Looking good. Marky does manage to navigate towards Flowers, but there's so many problems. And whoa, didn't look far off. Look at that. Marky goes for the melee, and Clayset welcomes it with a smile and a Ripper. Takes him down.
Second Ripper kill we've seen this game. I can't believe we're even saying that. Enable with the Scythe leading the charge as well. Faze is going to get a 2-point play out of this. And man, just extending that lead. He thought Infused, they get some points on the board. Now a nice streak from Zero. Maybe they start to get rolling, and Faze answers back with a quick 2.
Very swift too. Faze just seems like they can really just have some fun with it at this point in time. It seems insane to say that on this stage with this much money on the line, a team is just kind of putting their feet up and having fun, but 11-4. There's no doubt their comms most definitely does not sound all cheery and scrimmy, but there is just an air of excitement for FaZe as they start looking ahead at an 11-4 score. They could just start playing this game. That's going to be thrown out for another 15 seconds, and they can just sit back and delay.
And I mean, Urban's trying to push through, trying to get towards that glass side. That's where you want to control, but I mean, it's no good. I mean, you don't have any of the middle of the map. I mean, you see the whole middle of the map is just flooded with red arrows. Even if he gets over there, what are they going to do? I mean, he's not going to be able to get the drone. No teammates in position. Just Infused seems to be panicking a little bit. I
mean, yeah, you make a very good point that FaZe have not necessarily had like an abundance of map control, but it's always been center. And I mean, they've always had that middle of the map, and that's hell where the drone is spawning. So if Infused can't break through, they're forced to basically play retake every single time they want to try and get some drone control.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter if you push up
sure,
and you get control of glass. I mean, if you don't have control of mid-map, you don't have control of the drone, you can't do anything with that. So
this is looking good.
This one is looking good as Marky B goes high off the wall run. He's able to put it home, but Enable clears out the base, so they're not going to be able to relay those for any scores. And look, I mean, Clayster's already set up there mid-map. He's going to get it off the map. And what he wanted to do there was bring it over towards Bricks, potentially set up a really slow play for some points, but smart play to reset the drone.
Now, we are going to be seeing Clayster try and make that move. He's going to be going to go ahead and just try and extend this even more so. He's going to try and make this what could very well be 13, and he will. Faze are just starting to rub some salt into the wound, and they have indeed got the nails out slowly but surely, hammering the Infused coffin shut.
The Tatch is going to be on defense all alone as two players pushing through bottom. Broken gets one, not able to finish off the second one, but PD gets taken out in the process. They only have Urban mid-map here. The drone's going to go to Clayster anyway. This one does not look good for Infused to make the comeback. Faze really making a statement. It's one thing to do it in groups. It's a whole nother level to do it in bracket play.
Yeah, this, excuse the pun, but is a completely different ball game. So far, Uplink has been going only one way, 13-6, and I mean 60 seconds. It's not impossible if 4 members of Faze just let go of their controllers, maybe, but that's not the case, and it is looking so damn good.
You see Zuma up on top AC. He's going to just lock down this mid. It's going to be even harder for Infused to get some kind of control of the drone. You see Zero in the mid-map picks up 1, but 2. As soon as Zuma comes around the flank, he's really going to disrupt this push, and it might be a good game.
It might be, and it certainly will be, unless Urban gets the quickest 2-point play we've ever seen. Not going to happen, because Enable has been such a solid defensive presence. What's insane to me is Enable has, for 95% of this Uplink on Breach, exclusively been on the defense. He has 25 frags. He's been sitting at back AC, he's been sitting on the top of that rooftop, and still he stands at the top of the scoreboard. That is an impressive feat.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a little bit about what we expected to see from Faze coming into this event. We heard a lot, maybe Clayster running a submachine gun a little bit more, Enable running the main AR, but man, Enable just looks very good in the position they put him in. It's not really a main AR role, it's just an AR role where he's set up to just rack up tons of kills, those power positions, and he's locking them down.
Yeah, that is going to be a very, very demoralizing loss. We will focus on the victory for Faze, but the crowd most definitely likes that one. The forum gives them a light roar as they progress through the upper bracket, and so far, the dream is real. Again, an untarnished record. They started this series 9-0, and now they stand, it's quick maths, at 12.
Yeah. 9-3 would be 12. You looked at me for like confirmation
no,
of that.
I'm genuinely, I wrote down 9 and then actually wrote +3. Okay, I've did maths all by myself. I'm a big boy.
Carry it over. Man, calculators have made us kids lazy. But Urban, 11-26. We talked about his struggles. PD actually had a pretty good series. Like in a 3-0 loss, like I thought he was actually probably like their strongest performer.
He topped higher than anyone on Faze. His slaying is unparalleled.
Yeah, now you see some of the highlights here. Tatch just waiting to put in those points. PD picking up some kills in the middle of the map. Fuse just needed a lot more slaying, and it's a tough problem to fix. It's like you can't just kind of look at each other. It's like, well, we need to kill more things. It's like, well, we need more people, different people to do that.
And I'm glad that you are kind of just saying it how it is in that respect. It is, we can sit here till the cows come home and try and analyze, but sometimes it does just come down to gunfights. I mean, that's not for the entirety of that, but at some point or another, it did just seem like the gunfights go in Faze's way a little too often.
Yeah, I mean, look, you realistically be in the best position in the world, and it does not matter if you can't knock down the shots. And it's kind of, I mean, it was summed up by that one gun battle on Redwood Search and Destroy, where Zuma takes out the player on the field.